I'm Joyce Ampini-Tetteh. I'm representing birth and deaths, and I'm in charge of the hospital here. So we do registration of birth and then death registration. This is to enable them take the body from this district to where they want to bury. So from there, he will go to the birth and death office, the nearest birth and death office in the district, and they will issue him with a burial permit to enable him bury the disease in the district. Without the burial permit, they will not accept the body at the cemetery.
I understand that. That piece of paper, that death certificate that it says there, stays with the burial office in the district, or?
No, they have to take a copy of it. And then the original copy will be taken from them at the birth and death office there.
In the
registry.
And what about the central compilation of?
Yes, we will send a copy to the office.
In Accra?
Yes.
So this was a case where the burial will take place outside of the
Yes,
district.
I understand. Yes.
So after all said and done, we will enter it in our registers and then send a copy to the office at the end of the month for the statistical reports.
A very important aspect of this initiative for us, Joy, is to understand the fraction of people who die in urban hospitals such as this, particularly in the capital, but whose place of usual residence is outside the capital.
Yeah.
The reason that is important is that in many countries, including Ghana, we only generally have deaths in urban areas, but we're interested in mortality patterns all over the country. And so it's important to try to understand the fraction of deaths that occur in urban facilities, but really the people have incurred the illness outside of the urban area, just for the methods that we are developing to try to get a picture of mortality in the country for the government to use for policy. And this is an important piece of information we're collecting.
The death doesn't occur within my district.
That's right.
I have no right to register the disease.
And that interview took about 30 minutes, Joy, was that
right?
So that's a lot of work you do, 120 to 140 a month.
Yes.
The crude birth rate is about 3 times the crude death rate. So
I have 348.
340, yeah.
And then the death, I have 143 for death.
So actually, this is a summary sheet.
For last
Okay.
month.
Yes.
And
this is a statistical summary sheet.
And what happens to this sheet? What this is really important. It's used. Do you use it for anything? Do you do? What happens?
Yeah. After all said and done, I have to send a copy to my district, and then the district will forward it to the head office.
And maybe you know from just your 143 cases last year, do people say, oh, 45 or 50 or 55, they focus on round numbers? Is that very common?
Yeah, it's common. It's so common because at times those who come to give the information about the disease don't have the correct age of the disease.
Yes.
So later, after they come for the registration, we interview them and ask them. That's why we always want the family member to do the registration, so that they will be able to give us the correct date of the age of the disease.
Another way of doing this, I'm not suggesting you change the form, but is you ask the age of the birth date of the person who died. And often they know the birth date quite precisely. And then you can calculate from the date of death the exact age where you don't have this rounding. We do this a lot in the field.
Data collection is decentralized. Issuance of certificates is decentralized. Printing of certified copies are centralized. So there is an arrangement for every region.